Hello there. Vampyr. And yes, I'm a little bit late, but this is just what happens when the computer shuts down and resets everything. So, after reinstalling drivers, game, and making sure everything is alright, here we are. Now, there is one thing I said when we were testing for stuff. I was going to play this game not on the highest difficulty, and here is why. The only thing that the highest difficulty gives you is removing the experience you gain from killing enemies. I don't agree with that, so I will not play with those rules. Now, this is what I used to just, test around, make sure that everything was fine. Now that we know, let's start a new one. So, just making sure that the audio options are the same, that's fine. Everything seems to be okay. Subtitles are there, that's also fine. Yes, new game. Now, here is what I wanted. Combat is very easy, there are no rewards for finishing this mode without killing any citizens. I really don't care about this. This is easy mode, this is baby mode. We are not babies. But look at this. Your power is tied to the citizens you choose to embrace. The problem being that means that the only experience you ever get is from embracing citizens. Again, I don't agree with that. Enemies are harder to kill, that's expected. Experience points awarded for killing enemies in combat are reduced. Oh, it's not removed, but yeah, it's less than ideal. Yeah, this is basically just what I want to play. Normal difficulty. Oh yeah, you can see my cursor. How can you see my cursor? Well, in the testing it was fine, so I assume it's gonna be fine here. Yes. What? I completely lost track. Yes. Number of citizens you kill, combat is linked, difficulty, blah 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 blah. Yes. You kill citizens, you gain experience. You embrace citizens, you gain experience. Basically, whatever you do gives you experience. I like that. I like that. I want to be super powerful. I want to blast shadows everywhere and destroy everything in my path. That is how I envision not a shadow, but a caster type of vampire, which is what I'm going to play. So that's what I want to do. I want to destroy everything with blasts of shadows coming out of anywhere and then become invisible and bite everything and just destroy the town. Which is what's gonna happen. We're gonna embrace a lot of citizens, so I assume the good ending is just not there. Apparently, there is, a reward for finishing the game without killing anyone. Really, what kind of monster would we be if we don't kill anyone? A baby monster. That is why we're not playing this.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Oh, I'm alive. I'm alive. Oh, hello. I don't remember you. How much did I drink last night? Holy shit. One thing is certain, that was one hell of a party. Okay, well, can we go over here? Hello? Secrets? Nope. God damn it, developers, give me the sword of awesomeness. Allows me to teleport around and kill everyone in one shot. Ooh. I smell blood. You know, this looks a lot like the part in Detroit Become Human, where one of the characters is thrown in the garbage. Kind of looks like that. Ooh. Is it you?
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Yes, honey. Everything will be fine now.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary. Mary. No. No.
No! Please, a moment, let me explain!
Ow!
These patrols are after me.
Okay, so let me explore. Nope. Why? Can I actually? Nope.
No! No!
Ow,
Don't
no.
shoot!
Serpentine maneuver.
This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here.
Can I jump? Oh, shit.
This can't be happening.
Oh, shit.
No! Please, stop! I mean you no harm.
No, 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 no. Running, running. They don't want me to stop around here. No, this is not a way to go.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Has it fled?
Ooh.
Shit, where'd it go?
Melee attacks consume stamina.
Tricky bastards.
That guy had a rougher night than I did.
Where'd it go?
Well, nothing to do with him.
Now,
Whoa.
I can defend myself.
Shit, where'd it go? Has it fled?
Yeah, he has fled. You can leave now.
Kill that thing! Over there!
Oh, no, no.
Who are you?
No. Whoa.
Stay back!
Don't let it out to your sight!
Stay back. Don't come to me. I shall destroy you.
Kill that thing!
Haha.
Sorry, but you left me no choice.
Don't let it out to
Yes, you left me no choice. Now give me your loot. Wait, you don't have any loot. What kind of trickery is this? He has a gun. I demand his gun. Oh, what's that? Nothing. Your shiny rocks. Build the thing. I'm not a thing, I'm a person. And you shall address me by my name. Which is, I think, Jonathan.
Who are you? Stupid beast!
Whoa, whoa. Do you have a gun? Do you have a gun? You don't. No, he does have a gun. Why is he not shooting me? Aha! What the?
Doesn't like fire, does it?
Sorry.
Can I get the gun, please? Apparently not. Why they don't want to have gun? They don't want me to have guns, but everyone else can have one. Also, don't like the fact that apparently I destroy things with my crotch and then just push forward. I mean, I have an amazing thrusting power. That's probably part of the vampiric curse. Nope. I mean, this is the tutorial area. Probably there's nothing for me to actually loot. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, please, stop!
Yes, please. Give me your guns, and I will consider letting you leave. No? Aha! Ah!
Who are you? Watch it! What do you want?
Well, they died. And they don't drop any loot. Why? I actually love these big cogs of machinery. Nope. No loot. Nothing hidden. Bad tutorial. Oh.
I mean you no harm. I need help.
Die, you fucking leech!
Oh.
Please, Listen to me. I can't make any sense of this.
Shut up, beast!
Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's...
I'll do the rest of the job.
Just leave me.
Okay, nice. Just be smart about
The
this
sun.
shit.
It feels like it's burning me to the bone.
Oh, aggravated damage. I remember this. Reduces your maximum health gauge. Oh. Okay. Now... Is there any... Oh, that's like a bottle there. Why can't I pick up the bottle? There's also a floating can. Up there. Can you see it? Okay. Well, let's move on.
I need
guess.
to
Whoa.
find somewhere to hide.
Is that a...
Let
No.
me go!
Yeah, let me go. Go away. No, go away. Well, you forced my
I
hand.
need to find shelter.
No, I need a crossbow. Get the crossbow. Why do you refuse to pick up ranged weapons? God damn it, Jonathan. Hi.
It's locked, all right.
Well,
Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
oh. What's this? An oldie picture. Whoa. Oh, that's me.
Brother. What have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
But this is not my house, is it? Why did I remember that with that picture? Hello? Not for now. Oh! Fire and sun. Oh yeah, the guy tried to like tie something to a tree, one of the vampires, and it just crumbled. And at night, it's just regenerated. So the sun can't actually kill you. That's actually really good to know. Ooh. Shillings. Can I actually use this now?
I can almost feel the sun's
Yeah.
rays like a physical weight pressing against the wood.
Have to wait until nighttime. Whoa. Hello, beautiful.
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
Oh, wow.
That's impossible.
Oh yeah, keep the watch. Exactly. Now I started to like this guy. Never leave anything behind that may or may not be useful later. Bottle of alcohol, always useful. What is this? I actually, for 1 second, I thought it was against a door, but it's just the paper, the wallpaper. It's just gone. Not gone, but broken. Oh, broken mirror.
Dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as gold.
Who goes there?
A prayer for the summoned by warring song. A child born from darkness must take scent of his power.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Yeah, and you will accomplish it with my help. Also, that is a really bad mirror. Doesn't really reflect anything. And that was a sweet-ass coat that he had and lost. I don't know why I've always been into coats. I've never owned one in my life. I just want one. Oh. Hello? This must be the owner of the house. Okay. Oh. Can we finally have a gun? Please, don't throw this away.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
Why? Why did he have the vampire eyes?
No, it never got easy.
Use revolver details. Damage and reloading time. Rate of fire. 5 stun points when projectiles reach their target. Damage. Reloading time. Rate of fire. Stun. Okay, we'll take that under consideration. What is this? Oh. Oh, so there are levels of upgrade. I think I saw this when I was just dicking around with the game. Yeah, I have no ammo. A watch and a bottle of alcohol. And nothing else. I mean, there's clearly something there. Why can't I pick it up? I mean, and what about that book? Just pick up the book. Oh. Bad sleep, Becky coughed. Oh, yeah, below it was his wife. And she ended up turning into a vampire and he had to kill her. Basically, after several days where he just kind of locked himself in the room and just stayed there until the hunger was too much. Came out, killed her, then sat on the bench and killed himself. Oh no, he didn't kill her. I could not pull the trigger, I went back to my room. Yep. I have a bloody diary now. Oh wait, there's a hat. Pick up the hat. Is that a hat? I think it's a hat. Well, nothing else to loot. This is gonna be a must throughout the entire game. If you can't take it, you can click away right now. This is gonna keep happening. I'm gonna check everything.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it.
No, don't do it. You have so much to live for. Like the blood of your enemies.
Rational thinking only.
Can I just stay like this and don't shoot myself? How about I don't shoot myself? How about that? How about I pull down the gun and I keep on living? I will not shoot myself. I refuse to kill myself. I will find the guy who did this. I actually promised that to my dead sister, I guess. That sound is really annoying. Why is that sound there? Just no, just stop it. Are they trying to convince me to kill it by just making that sound? And I will end up shooting myself to you know, to stop the sound? I'm not gonna do it. Is there really no other way? Am I just being an idiot? What if nothing happens? Okay, fine. That sound was just really annoying to me. Aye. Ooh, fiery blood. And shadows. Oh, wow.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, who turns blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Ooh, evolution. Spend points in leveling up. Begin by selecting autophagy, which is eating yourself. Ooh. Well, the first upgrades are just linear, so... Okay, let's go back. Have enough XP for an aggressive skill. And of course I'm gonna go with Shadow Mist, because I like the way it sounds, and I like how it looks, and I like that it has an AoE instead of a target, and it shadows. And I like shadow stuff, so... Whoa. Linear shadow. Go. Now select confirm. Oh, I can't upgrade anything else? Apparently I can't. Okay. Oh.
Voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then...
Oh. Reach the north bank. Oh, the tavern. Okay.
It must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Okay, so... I assume that the entire house has been looted already. I'm not gonna...
Where is it? It's closed.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Actually see through the... I actually don't see anyone out there. Oh yeah, they are! Look at the guy. I see him. Oh, how is this open? I didn't open this.
Here's the leech. Here!
Oh.
My head's spinning.
Yep, I can teleport now.
Oi! Come out, you coward!
No. I am... Oh. Can I actually go out?
I cannot enter.
Come on, tell me that I can... Oh, whoa. No.
It's locked.
Oh, come on. Why is there no loot? Oh. There we go. Offhand weapons. Yes. Continue. Shelter key. Yes, but offhand weapons though. Details. This is a stabby stab for the... So yeah, it's just a stake. It's just a wooden stake. Sure. Can I actually use it? Do I have to equip it somehow? Maybe it's just automatically equipped when you get it. Ah, no loot. I hate it when... Oh. I hate it when there is no loot.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. go back home. It's locked, all right.
Of course. Whoa. Stun enemies. Use the stake. Stunned enemy can be beaten.
Die, vermin! There's one of them vermin!
Come on. Come at me. I'm just a vermin. Come on. Hi. Hi, it's me. Oh. Whoa. Biting an enemy provides you with blood and refills your health gauge. Ah!
There's a strength I never knew I had.
Yeah, I eat blood now. Now you have blood. I need to... How do I... Oh, there.
This shouldn't be possible.
Oh.
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire.
Okay.
Die, vermin!
Ow! There we go. Oh, I can actually make... Oh, shit.
I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
Okay. That was a little bit all over the place, but... Whoa. Who is this guy? No, go away. No.
Bloody monster!
Ah, whoa!
You to hell!
There we go.
My strength. My reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
So it's a little bit complicated. Okay, that was a little bit all over the place, but... Yeah, it's... Oh. Yeah, and I can teleport now. Yeah, that's not gonna get old anytime soon. Can I just... There we go. What's there? Yeah, there. The mouse was doing weird things. Nope. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, now they're dropping things. Okay. Okay, now everything dies. If there is loot involved, everything dies. Nope. What's that? Oh, it's just the barrel. I may be a vampire, but I'm apparently blind. Quarantine, contagious disease. Sure. If I see someone that has a disease, I will let you know. More barrels. Join the ranks. No, thank you. Can I actually get... No? What about this? Nope. The king needs you. Well, he will have to wait.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, Someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
I mean, you're the one that drained her of blood, dude. I don't want to be a dick about it, but it looks like it's your fault.
I have this thirst for blood.
Ooh. 10 shillings.
It's locked.
Was there a rat? Yep.
I can't believe I'm doing this. It's locked, all right.
I mean, it's like a kebab. Just get rid of the hunger. Whoa. There we go.
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
Ooh. Money. I assume that the shillings are money and not, you know, some sort of component that I need for something.
I cannot enter.
What about this? London opinion. Oh, come here. Ha!
This is despicable.
Oh, I have aggravated damage, and the blood of the rat doesn't actually help me there.
What will London have to say to me?
Thank you for taking over, oh powerful overlord. If they don't say that, they're dead. So, I assume that's what they're all gonna say.
It's locked. I've so many questions unanswered.
We'll get them all answered. One corpse at a time. Ooh, shillings. Oh.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
Could be.
The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
Ooh.
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong.
Yeah, but not now. Let's run around a little bit. Also, I am completely covered in my own blood. Shouldn't I, you know, change some clothes? Maybe, you know, get into a house? Find some jacket, at least? Ooh, gold. Ooh, there's more blood here.
This is a slaughterhouse.
Yes, but oh. Oh, there's a hand. It's a tiny hand there. The important thing is that there are shillings.
It's locked.
This is the locked chest I found when I was just trotting around aimlessly. Can I actually go over here? No. Well, let's teleport. Okay. Whoa.
I cannot enter.
Yep, cannot enter. This is also the same.
It's locked. there is no one in sight.
Was there anything around here? Maybe. Oh, oh, oh. Aha. Volunteers for the flu. Yeah, I think what you have on hand is a little bit more complicated than the flu. But I'll volunteer. I'll take care of the blood extractions.
It's locked, all right. I will return later.
Ooh. Okay. Later it will be. So, it's this way, right?
Where has everyone gone?
Oh,
According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail.
okay, I can go up there. I can also eat the rat. Aha! I am just doing my part to eliminate the rat population on London, which is very high. Okay. Whoa, hideout. Find a new hideout. You can spend your XP while resting or craft items. I don't like the... I don't know why they did the flickering lights that way. It's just... it's weird. Oh. Handle part and trigger part. That's fine. Okay. What's this? Oh, refill. Thank you. We have a bed. I mean, should I use the bed? Probably it's like a good place to save. Medical treatment, serums and weapon upgrades. Yeah, you have a lot of things to treat. Yeah, no. And this is to break down stuff. For now it's fine. I could actually sleep to get rid of the aggravated damage. And what do I do? Body condition, increase your health, increase your stamina, increase your blood capacity, big thirst, blood absorption while using bite, increase the damage inflicted by bite, life regenerator when using bite. Now these two are locked. Everything else is locked. So this is basically story things. Then this is my healing ability. I mean, 14 times the bite damage. That must be something. Just literally biting someone and immediately their life is gone. I really don't know. I can't really develop this any further. This is too expensive. This is too expensive. What if I just go for health? What if I just give myself a little bit of health? Giving yourself health is a safe bet. Right? Yeah. There we go. Confirm. Just make sure I don't die too fast. Oh.
That's strange. The trail is very erratic, as if the killer was drunk or hesitant.
Oh. What's this? For looking away, they mock my color, hate myself. Courage to tell Tom I truly feel I hate myself. Oh, I think I know who this is. I think it's the barmaid. Yep. You discovered a hint. It reveals a secret about a citizen. Blood quality. Yes, basically, the more hints you know about someone, the better the blood quality becomes. I don't really know how that works, but that's how it works. So if they are healthy, you have healed their diseases, and you know a lot about them, then you can absorb a shit ton of XP from them, which is exactly what we're going to do. We don't know anyone from here. I mean, we know her, we haven't met her. Stable? What happened? Level 1 mesmerize. Sure. I think this happened because we slept. Or maybe it was already like that. I don't know. So is there something we can get from here?
I cannot enter.
Nope. Well, let's go to the tavern. See what these people tell us about the criminal that we're following. Oh, there you go. Oh, what was that? I saw something. Oh, it's just yeah. Britons working together. Okay.
At last,
Welcome, sir, to
a
the
little
temple.
life.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess. No?
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
Just look at me. I'm completely covered in blood. My eyes are all shaky. How do these people not notice that?
I hope I live long enough to see them
Not
wet
long
boot
ago,
boys get
this
what's coming
mess
to them.
would have given me a laugh.
Okay, let's talk to the barman. Hello.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
A long night. Do tell.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Anyone has dropped by some clues.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Did he got a tattoo from the sign outside? Did he tattoo the sign of his inn on his arm? I can respect that.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Ooh.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
From dusk till dawn. Where is Salma Hayek? I am ready for the lap dance.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
You never go outside, huh? You have never seen anything outside of these walls? I'm looking for company. I mean, someone.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
Ooh.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Okay, I want to meet this guy.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business, you hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
I should tell you I have a gun, and I intend to use it on someone at some point.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
You again. What can I do for you?
You have any more information? Probably not.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Not long
I hope
ago,
I live
this
long
sort
enough
of
to
mess
see
would have
them
given
break
me a
through those
laugh.
It's locked.
Well, what about you?
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Well, thank you for your motivational speech.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
The sewer dog, you say?
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
No, so it's just... okay. Fairy tales.
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Amen to that.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Okay. Lady, where is my seat? Show me to my table.
I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can. Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
I mean, I just want to talk seems a little bit weird. What's going on?
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
Murders?
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
Okay, let's change the subject.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah.
Oh, of course. Blame the
So many
Spanish.
last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
Blame the Spanish for everything. That will solve our problems.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, a turquoise turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
Well, yeah, smart people.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
Yeah. You're not scared, huh?
I'll leave then. Thank you.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me.
Poor Jack. He didn't deserve this.
Sure. Something, something, Jack.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
Are they stupid or something?
Oh.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire! Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself!
I need a word with anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
Why does a crucifix have any power over a vampire? I mean, I guess the vampire is the myth of, you know, Cain killing Abel, stuff like that. Ooh.
And who might you be?
Can I actually look at... Oh, I know this guy. Oh, why is his blood quality super high all of a sudden? Oh, maybe this doesn't actually fill the blood gouge. It just increases the XP within the blood gouge. Oh, you need Mesmerize 6 to actually eat this guy. We will get there. We will get there. I don't remember the question. You first, I guess.
Tell me, who are you?
first tell me what you want? Then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
What?
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I'm a victim too, this is not real. You seem like an expert. Yeah, let's talk about him. Let's keep diverting the questions to him.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Okay, so what exactly do you know so far?
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docs have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Well, then help me.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
I mean... I actually still don't know his motivations.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I'll demand answers. I mean, I want to kill him, but only after I get the answers.
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Okay, so... Oh, joink. So can I speak to you again?
Can I have some privacy, please?
Privacy. I shall give you your privacy. Oh, wait. Is there like drawers? No. Wait, why are the drawers at the other side of the actual desk? Look at this shit. Why are the drawers on the other side of the desk? Oh, there are drawers on the sides? Why are there drawers on the sides? How is that even possible? But there are no drawers on his side of the table. This is just dumb placement. Wait, what's on the ground? Just a store. No, I don't think there's gonna be a trapdoor in there, but he's just acting weird. Oh, more blood.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Okay, let's talk to people again.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Oh, hint required.
I think you're hiding something from me.
I hide many things from many people, sir. That's what my job's about.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Okay. What about you?
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
Has anybody entered?
Can't.
This is...
I don't...
Nope.
What's go...
Nope.
I'll leave you...
Let's leave the drunk alone and target the lady.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I want the truth.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Ooh.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. But my God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
Okay, so we got our hint. Let's see what Tom has to say for himself.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet blue
Look, I
boys
told
get
you
what's coming to
everything.
them.
Be giving me a laugh.
You again. What can I do for you?
Ooh. As a vampire, you can force a citizen to reveal information. You have a blueprint. Okay.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
So he was announced. Tell me about it.
Who is he?
William. Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the cannon factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Yeah, he wanted that sweet, sweet blood. I mean, you are really healthy. I assume you taste delicious.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Okay, so that's it.
I told you all there was to know.
Now you're gonna give me everything you own. Or not. Or you don't own anything. People. Inspect the boats. Yeah. That was the blood I saw earlier. I'm just gonna go for the boat. I was gonna explore a little bit, but yeah.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me? To this city?
I assume we can come back here. Because there are citizens that I can eat. So, you know. Nope. No royal fleet for me. This? Nah, nothing.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood.
Ooh, examine outfit.
This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim.
How much does this vampire eat in one day?
What's this? Some sort of note.
Oh, details. Multiple deaths in the dark regions. We believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate the beast, purge it quickly. According to recent reports, this vampire is very violent. Approach with extreme caution. I know we lack men in this part of town. Don't send rookies. If I'm correct, we've got a frenzied one, killing each night. As always, search abandoned places, old houses, basements, sewers, destroy the Leech brothers.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker.
You have everything, move on.
There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
There was actually a mission on Witcher 3 where there was a vampire that used to attack drunks because he liked the flavor of the intoxicated blood. So he got drunk on the blood of drunks. If this is the same thing... I mean, I've seen it coming, but if this is the same thing, it's gonna be fun. Just fighting a drunk vampire. And this is completely new after this. I've never actually ventured this far into the game, because I was only testing. Ooh, Western docks. Whoa. Okay, no. What happened? Why am I just walking?
It's locked, all right.
Oh, whoa, shillings. Nothing. And I can't open this. I think this is just the sneak attack thing. Silently behind an enemy. Okay. Okay. Maybe I should have gone for the hard biting. I didn't actually know there was a a stealth mission coming. Ooh, bullets.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
I want to check that I am not equipping this thing. I'm gonna assume that I'm not. V to spot enemies around and display their enemy cards. I've already done that. Okay. Melee, range, blood and shadow, resistances. Okay, that's the type of damage we were... Oh, no, 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 no. No, I don't... There. This is empty. Okay.
I cannot enter.
Oh, it's turned towards me. Fuck. Can I actually... No. I mean, maybe he doesn't see me if I just walk slowly. If I just walk really slowly. That is so fucking dumb. How does he not see me?
Over there! There's one of them!
Well, he's dead now. Oh, shillings. So I have to go out, no matter what I do. Ah, there's two people. Well, okay.
Lead spotted! Watch out, boys!
Ow! Whoa!
Bloody monster!
Whoa!
I hate leeches! Oh my, vermin!
Oh, back! Oh, so feeding actually removes a little bit of the aggravated damage. Okay. So let's try to be a little bit more stealthy. Okay. Nope.
We won't see any of these bastards back here again.
Let's just check a little bit around before we murder these assholes. Oh, 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 oh. Just gonna wait right here.
We won't see any of these bastards back here again.
Come on, turn around. Turn around. You don't see anything. There we go.
I nightmare screams when you burn them alive.
Give me your sweet, sweet blood. Oh shit.
Over there!
Ow. Okay. So we need to improve that biting thing.
I nightmare screams when you burn them alive.
Okay. Ooh. Used Lupara. Oh, oh, oh. Who's that guy?
We won't see any of these bastards back here again.
I don't know. I'm just gonna wait for this guy to leave and maybe I can ambush him.
I nightmare screams when you
Oh, yeah.
burn them alive.
Stay close, keep an eye on each other.
I don't want to get too far away in case some cutscene triggers and it pushes me out. I don't think it's gonna happen, but... Oh, there's an executioner down there.
That's this nest of them cleaned out.
Okay, let's just kill these idiots first.
We won't see any of these bastards back here again. Bloody leech!
Oh, yep. Oh. Hey! Don't shoot through this. Ow! Okay, no, no, no. Ah. Okay. It was a little bit sloppy, but we did it. Where was the other guy I killed? Can I actually see? Not really. This doesn't actually show me loot. Ooh. Oh. New practices, new tactics. I know that some companions consider best advantage against leeches. Can't go out during the day. But yeah, I mean, we die. Oh, no, we don't really die. We just, you know, kind of crumble a little bit. We can hunt them down when they hide, powerless in their sleep. This is a rookie mistake. Because vampires are clever and they have countless ruses and tricks to avoid being spotted. Second, because they deploy many deadly traps. Oh. Yeah, I mean, that could actually work. Cost us too much men, much time to explore, eradicate vampires. Best tactic is to follow and destroy them. When they're really vulnerable, when they hunt at night, it's much easier to attack them then, for they can easily be spotted. That's why the Guard of Pryway must evolve, deploy new tactics to hunt leeches. Small and mobile patrols, tactics used on technological advantages, modern communications. We can learn many things from the war in France. New strategy, new equipment, new weaponry. Grenades, what phosphorus, ultraviolet light, bulletproof vests, and flamethrower. Okay. There's one guy. Just alone. All of his brothers are dead. There are also rats. Ooh. 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 What the?
Over there!
Okay. And this is okay. So we clean the area, I assume. Right? No, nothing behind this thing. Oh, yeah. That is why you always double check. I hate that the vampiric vision doesn't give me loot vision. Why? Why doesn't it show me everything? Rats and hideouts. Okay. Oh! Unknown. But I see him. Okay, can you just give me some light? Thank you. Come on, give me light. There we go. I shall remove you from... There we go. Yeah, call me the Rat Hunter. Where is the... There you go. New hideout available. Refill. Oh, what's that? Just things for me to craft stuff with. And pretty much nothing else. Okay. Weapon upgrade. You have enough components to improve. What about I don't do that? Used Lupara, used revolver. Oh, the Lupara doesn't have stun, but it's like way more damage. What? How is that? Oh, it's a sort of shotgun. How does a sort of shotgun doesn't have stun? Right? Wouldn't usually that be the case? And how do you equip stuff? I don't know that. Can I just... Yes, okay, inventory. How do I equip things? Whoa. I have no idea how to equip my stuff. Well, we'll keep using this after a quick nap. Where we must increase our biting prowess. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna let these rats live. Oh wait, did they reset? They did. Huh. That's fancy.
Over there!
Wait, so I can keep killing them and then I get experience for that, right?
Stupid beast!
No.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Ow. Why are you... Oh. Sorry. Ow. Whoa, no. I resetted it without... There we go.
It's a bit of fun.
Well, that was really messy. But they keep dropping stuff, which I appreciate. Coffers don't reset, maybe. Nope, they don't. Wait, everyone is alive again. How did that happen?
There's one of them vermin.
Ow. Wait, why are you...
Filthy piece of shit!
Well, I think I'm getting the hang of it. But for the most part, I'm just killing things. And yes, I know, I'm walking... Wait. Sorry.
Sir, step away!
I am stepping away. I just can't get further away. Well, shit. Ah. Well, did he drop something? Maybe it's at the other side of the wall. And yes, the blind hunter is still there. How did that happen? Probably we will never know. Let's just kill him again. Hello. Don't you worry. I am here to help you die. They just really drop 1 coin, but you know, they still give some experience. They can still be useful. And now I'm gonna move forward. This is actually informative. The fact that I can come back and keep killing the same enemies over and over again. Whoa.
Don't come closer, sir.
Aluminum powder. How did this guy not notice I was killing all of his friends? The blood splatter kind of ended here. And something was being dragged. Can't I acknowledge that there was a lot of blood there? No, apparently not.
It's locked, all right. Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Is he gonna just keep drinking from him?
Oh my god, William. I can't stand it anymore.
Ooh. This is a weapon. Equip a two-handed weapon, press to use its special ability. The scythe, for instance, can use to parry an incoming attack, inflicting heavy stun damage if timed correctly. Oh, no.
I can never harm you, Mr. Hampton. You're my only friend.
I know you're hurt. Give me permission to leave. I'll not betray your trust.
It's this first, you see. I need a drink. I'm so thirsty,
William. As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it.
So how do I equip it?
Before.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so this does more damage, but it's slower. And of course you have this that doesn't consume any ammo, and this that does, but it's ranged. Then you have serums, which we don't have, and abilities that we don't have. Okay.
my thirst. I must have more.
Oh dear God, not again.
It's locked.
Just a sip, I promise.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
William, I am. I can't feel it.
I assume I can loot it after talking to these people.
Please, let go
This
of me.
creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Whoa. This is a boss fight. Whoa, no. Oh, I can actually drink from him. I didn't know that. Oh, oh that was a parry. Stabbed in the ass. Ow. Ow. Oh. Okay, I gained a weapon after killing him, but I didn't loot it.
William, please, stop.
There's some loot here. I will be with you in a second. I don't know if this is gonna trigger a cutscene, so I'm just gonna look around a little bit. Where did so many bodies come from? Oh, shillings.
I forgive you. The Lord is my shepherd.
Yeah, there's nothing else.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Whoa.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Oh. She can go way further than I can.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Ooh. There are clues in this place. Oh, gather a blood sample.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be
What is this? Oh, nothing.
some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
So that's it, there's nothing else here. Well, okay. I hope I didn't miss anything on this place. Doesn't look like it.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... what manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate.
Look at that one.
England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
And for that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
Yes, of course, yes.
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
It seems a little bit more broken down than I hoped for.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness! I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
This is a sweet-ass coat. Ooh. I accepted Dr. Sansi's help, blah blah blah. Hiding from everyone, get better understanding. So yeah.
It's locked, all right.
Locked. What about...
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that!
Whoa.
Nah, it's my turn!
Whoa!
Rotten autocracy. Each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river. Try it all.
What happened?
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Indicates how much XP you will obtain from a particular citizen. The higher blood quality, the more XP you get. Drink the blood of your prey. First, you need to mesmerize them to lead them. Mesmerize level must be equal or higher. Q to mesmerize Clay. Wait, but there are hints. Shouldn't I actually get hints before I eat him? No, but what about... I don't want to mesmerize him. Am I forced to mesmerize him?
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Yeah, but what if I don't want to eat him? Right? He's... Can't I eat him afterwards when I heal him? Yeah, I want to release him. No, release him.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Yeah, but why don't you let me heal him? Can I heal him? Oh yeah, I can. Well, later on. Wait. There. This doesn't actually help me at all.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Oh, don't you worry about me. I will eat many people, just not people that are almost dead. Well, okay, let's take that. What was that? Nothing. Let's talk to Clay. See if we can actually help him.
Whoa, I feel giddy. What happened?
Wait, but am I not gonna help him?
Black out?
See, there are hints, but shouldn't, you know... Shouldn't I actually get him to the hospital?
Oh, I feel giddy.
Maybe I can talk to the doctor. Tell him that there is a victim here. Oh. Oh. There is loot.
It's locked.
Shit. Can I actually just go inside? No, I can't. Was trying to just dodge. Doesn't let me. Oh, I could have maybe talked to the doctor while he was here. Ooh. There's a lot of people here.
Hurry up!
What? No, I want to talk to people. Are you gonna send me on a quest or something? Nah, you can wait here for a second.
Hurry now, Doctor, it's freezing.
Can no longer take paints? Oh, okay, sure. Ooh. Well, I appreciate this.
Come on, I don't have all night.
I don't care, you will wait for me as long as I please. Where are the doctors? I saw a doctor outside. Am I really gonna leave Clay there? Hello.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Okay.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
Invisible enemy.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
But you're gonna do that.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett's. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Ooh. Speak up.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Oh, come on, Nurse Brannigan. I will figure it out eventually. Oh, wait, there's something.
How are things?
Not...
And...
Sorry.
I'm not the...
Brilliant.
Most...
It would...
Apparently, because the hidden options haven't been selected yet, this is not grayed out. Sure. Oh, wow. Okay.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Okay, other nurse. We can go now. Wait, there's trash cans. I can't look at the trash cans.
Hurry. Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first.
Okay, so finally we actually saved Clay. That's a good point. Then we heal him. Then we talk to him. And when we learn absolutely everything, we kill him. And we drain him completely of blood, get all of that sweet XP, and become the most powerful vampire in town.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in. How does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
A sedative without a lot of blood? I don't know if that was the best course of action, nurse.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Okay, that is rude, and I will call that insubordination.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
That's not a hint. Okay.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Okay, so he's a snob.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
You may leave now. Leave me to my exploration and looting. Is this Milton?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Ooh. Ooh. I like this guy.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people said that this was like overpriced or something. I don't have a lot of money to go around, so I'm just gonna drop out.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
He does like speaking his mind, and I need a hint.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Oh.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Oh, new investigation. Okay.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
I respect that. Hints.
Goodbye, Milton.
Oh, wait. There was something else.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening.
Oh, it's the hint. Yeah.
Goodbye, Milton.
Nothing here. Ooh. What's this place? Nothing. Okay. Let's go. Oh, there's a lot of people inside this place. Hey, why are you hurt? Oh no, it's inside. Okay. So let's go inside.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Okay, who is she?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
I'm going to assume that she's just insane.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am.
It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of pustulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Yes. And I shall feed on you to prove my point.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Ooh.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
Ooh.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire!
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
New investigation. Ooh.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it's such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Okay. Oh, I can actually mesmerize right now. Why would I do that?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Sure. Prevent disease. Do not cough in public. I mean, it's a good advice. Who is she? Hello?
You are going to reveal all your secrets to me, even the darkest thought.
My blood and soul, they belong to you now.
The life running in your veins. This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark
I
Queen.
have wasted too much
Spare
energy
your
for so
obedient
little result.
slave.
Really? They are like just kind of playing their part or something? Wait, so who are you? Oh, wait, I have a clue about you. Come here.
I wish I could.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Okay, tell me more about yourself. Ooh, you're exhausted. Later.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Can I get other responses?
This hospital.
It's more than enough.
Don't be.
Oh no, I already chose. Okay.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Positive?
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Okay. Clearly, this is not the modern day.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office down again.
So he really doesn't do anything in the hospital. Okay, give me your hint.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried, your attitude is irresponsible, you have nothing to prove. I think appealing to his professionality is gonna be better.
Your attitude is irresponsible, Doctor. Believe me, I've seen so many medical errors caused by exhaustion during the war.
You're right. This is a war, Dr. Reed, and I don't intend to surrender.
What? No.
You're exhausting.
No.
Your attitude is...
You're right.
But I did what I was supposed to do, to say. Why? He fired as a nurse, is exhausting himself and refuses to stop working. Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets.
Talk to this woman.
Time has lost its effect on me.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Okay, your life. Like, literally everyone else has these two questions.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Won't last forever. I mean, yeah, when it kills everyone, it will stop. Won't have any more people to infect. Get a grip. No, the Spanish flu.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Okay.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
I mean, that's the thing. I don't want to admit that the plague is winning. Yeah, sure, why not?
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Oh, okay.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
I shall ask Milton then.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
Oh. Use garlic and wooden stakes. Why are they using... okay, just use garlic then.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the fever.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Wait a second. Wait, just... oh, no, that's not what I wanted. There. Is it actually something I need to be careful with? The garlic? Is it something against shadows? Is it actually like dealing with shadow damage? Garlic does not repel a vampire, but all the fresh plants will hurt them. Can't stand the presence of botanical elements. Since when? Enraged bulb flee when whacked with a rose. Very sensitive to fresh herbs. Since when? Is that something that's gonna be in the game? I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Oh, yeah, psychosomatic stuff.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Ooh.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How close are you to Miss Hallcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
Huh. So you let her bite you?
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
That's actually quite right.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Yep.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Okay, let's talk to this lady here.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
That again.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
Oh, Hampton. And someone unknown.
Disgust on every street corner.
Hello.
Daily routine.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Sure, but first, questions.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
Yeah, but she's not really what she thinks she is.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Sure.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The wet boot boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show.
What?
With the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Wait, Clay Cox is the actual leader of the gang.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Ooh.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Okay.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks.
Ooh.
And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Huh. Okay, so the cross has to be used against the vampire. It's not the actual cross itself that does anything.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Hmm?
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Sure.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
So, what are the actual people I know? Oh. Okay.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
I cannot enter.
Daily routine.
This is like locked somehow, so I can't access it. There is also an unknown person here. Is this guy? No, these two guys are unknown. Hello. I am Dr. Reed.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Oh. Okay, you are dead. You are just dead.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, But I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Jealousy. Better change the tone. I mean, am I a superior from this guy? Because if not, this doesn't make much sense. The animosity, I don't care about it. So he's just jealous about me then.
Aren't you too old for such jealousy? It really won't do you any good, you know.
Don't be ridiculous, Dr. Reed. A simple glance is enough for me to know you have nothing for me to envy.
Yeah, he is dead. He's just dead.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like you at all.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
No, this is admitting my guilt. I have saved many lives. Looks more like an excuse, so yes, knowledge.
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon, and it has always come at a price. And personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative, it is a question of integrity. These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reed.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
Sure. Then I'm gonna leave.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
But I'm not looking forward to it. Well, this guy is unknown. Hello.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Okay. Ooh, modern methods. This guy is yeah, let's talk about the other guy just after this.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
Yeah, tell me about your experiments.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
That's exactly what I said to the other guy. See? This guy gets to live. This guy actually respects my work.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
Research is exhausting, flattery is useless. Yeah, I'll be glad to help you.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Okay. Then, ooh, Pembroke.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You need my help.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Okay, another investigation.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Okay, back. The other guy. Why is he such an asshole?
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Yep, no one likes him, he must die. Ooh, blood transfusion technique.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Ooh, then tell me.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Ooh.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
I mean, that's kind of what we are. Well, talk to you later.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I am actually willing to speak to you more.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
Oh. My dear children, I did not write you before, but it hurts like hell just to write these few words. Repair the house door. Okay. Another hint for this guy. No, no, go away.
So many deaths.
There.
And still more coming. How can we be sure we're making a difference?
I will not let you down, my boy.
Tell me your story.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about everything.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Okay, and the two doctors are the guy that I like and the guy that I don't like.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Well, yeah, but that's because you were a carpenter. They are doctors.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies.
But why not? If he only has to be operated... Oh yeah, because the smell of blood. I'm just dumb. I completely forgot this guy was a vampire. Ooh.
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids. We never found her body.
Ooh.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Ellen didn't bring them with her that night.
Yeah, that's actually good news.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
Did you voluntarily hurt yourself?
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Seems everything's empty.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me...
There's more unknown people. What? Why are they all coming out of the woodwork now?
I'm so tired. Will this shift never end?
Nope. Can't pick it up.
I will not let you
Oh, I can actually see myself. But I'm like super weird. Okay. I can loot this. Can I go back and talk to Milton? Because Milton should have a thing to tell me.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation and more determination.
I know I can count on you. I wish I could say the same for the others.
You look exhausted. You're pushing yourself too hard. You don't have to bear the burdens of this hospital alone.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Ooh.
Why does Dr. Tippett's claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Okay.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Surely I can endure another.
Wait, where is the guy? Milton. Whoa, what's this guy? Investigate citizens' actions. Have I discovered something hidden from the game? Like a new mechanic or something? Oh, what's that?
It's locked, all right.
No! No! Not now. Shit. Shit. Oh, a medical file. Guilt of the Survivor, something like that. How do I see what he's doing if I can't enter the room with him?
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
Oh, it's eavesdropping. That I remember this. This is eavesdropping. Oh, how do I get there?
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
It is now.
Can I? Can't I like teleport up, please? Just let me teleport. Oh, there's more people up there.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
I know what's back there, but I want to get to the doctor thing. Hi. Well, let's talk to this
Good
guy,
evening.
I guess.
I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Okay, let's trade.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
I do know what this is, so I'm gonna buy it. Because I don't think I can get discounts in this game. And this is for me to sell stuff. I think. Yeah.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
Okay.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Should talk about Milton. Not about Milton, with Milton about him.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Yeah, she is relieved of everything.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
Yeah, maybe you're just an idiot.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana. I cannot enter.
All bodies will thrive and then sadly depart. I'm managing a train.
It's locked, all right.
Not a morgue.
Wow. Compro the letter. Found the missing money. Oh, the ambulance driver. Did he keep the money? Let's talk to these people, since I am already here.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Oh.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Okay.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
How painful.
So painful.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Sure, but can I talk to you again? Yes, that's what I wanted.
Good evening, Mr.
I'm okay.
Tell me about it.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Well, you're not very helpful.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Oh. Okay. Is she gonna actually give me a hint for the son?
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Good evening, sir.
Oh. An Academy of Gold Diggers.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Ooh. Like who?
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude.
Wow.
For a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Oh, and Hopkins is getting bribed?
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Well, I mean, you're not gonna have compensation. I'm gonna get the money from her and I'll keep it. That is your compensation, knowing that I'm a little bit richer thanks to you.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I assume that this guy is not gonna talk to me, but...
Good evening, Mr.
Let's just ask. Ooh.
How painful is it?
So painful,
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Okay.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Wow.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
Okay.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Did he call me? Hi?
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
I have to...
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
You have to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Okay, so can I actually go up now and figure out how to get to that guy's... Oh, he's not there anymore. I have to figure out how to get there. Let's just take a little bit of I think it's gonna be at the other side of this. Merchant. No, that's why are you doing this? No. Oh, there we go. Citizen quest. Ooh, wait, citizen quests. What? Missing ingredients. Oh, I can only have one tract? Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this for now. Wait. What if I just find my room? Can I just find my room? Maybe there's like a shortcut that I can use to get to the guy's room from mine. Wait, let's talk to Milton first.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Yes. Have a minute for me?
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Okay. But what about the extortions?
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
I mean, this guy doesn't really sell anything that important. I may actually kill him too.
They're disgust on every street corner.
Swansea, this is the guy's room. What's on the other set of stairs? Nothing. Second floor. Well, that's where I want to go. Okay, this leads nowhere. Already been here. Wait, was there something there? Nope.
It's locked.
Locked. Dr. Reed, that's mine. Okay. What about this? Ooh.
It's locked.
Locked.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Why is the light green? See? This is what I wanted to buy from this guy, because that's gonna give me a set of medicines here. Yep, see? And the sample from William Bishop gives me the light regeneration serum.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night.
Oh wait, did I lock...
so much time.
Did I lock myself in the room without noticing?
The flower
Hey.
is dying. It needs water.
Man, it actually, for a second it looked like it was just... Oh, what's this? Swansea's message. Okay. And this is where the DLC stuff is. Whoa, what happened? But I assume that I could just exit from this door, but I can't. Also, apparently my room is at the other side of the floor. That doesn't help me with the other guy. Can I actually just attack? No, I can't. Also, I have a bunch of things now. Dragon's Bane. Barker. Yeah, this is the DLC stuff. So I'm gonna change for just the thing here. Main hand. Oh, do I have two sets? How exactly do I change between sets? Oh, I can press T to change it, but not now. Okay. T and G to change the weapons. I'm gonna talk to a couple of people just to make sure I have a save, and then I'll stop for the day. Ooh, what's this? Okay, where are the people I'm looking for? Yeah, Pipa, she's distortion.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Not. Oh, wait, what? I know that she had to get money, right?
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Well... I think I have something from
Good evening,
him.
Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas?
What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
What?
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans, and it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
You can't hide forever. Yeah, but what about surgery though? I am a surgeon after all.
Reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life. I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
Oh, wait, what? No. You can actually lose hints? I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
Why lie?
Come on.
Reconstruct.
I don't want to wear...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn.
Well,
It's here again.
I didn't expect that.
At least that mistress of the dark stopped following me.
So yeah, I believe this is gonna be enough for today. I know there was a lot of talking, but it does need to happen. I need to know who these people are, what their weaknesses, how to get them all on my... Oh, Mortimer has fatigue. Okay, that's good to know. But I didn't know you could lose hints if you answer the wrong question. Or in the wrong way, or whatever. No, this guy needs to die. This guy needs to die. I don't like that. No. 850 XP. That's exactly what I'm gonna get from him. I mean, if I get all of the hints and I actually like the person, like this guy, right? This guy gets to live. I don't have a problem with this guy. Also, where is Clay? I haven't actually seen Clay. They're supposed to have him in the hospital. Well, yeah, that's gonna be everything. There's actually a problem sometimes with the stream. It cuts the ending for some reason. It actually happened in the Just Cause 3 ending. It just cut a couple of minutes. I was talking, nothing really was happening, so I'm just gonna leave the be right back screen for like, I don't know, a couple of minutes. And then I'll cut the stream. So I'm not really going back, I just to make sure that it doesn't happen. So that's gonna be all for now. Probably tomorrow we'll continue with this, and yeah. So, adios.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadigan fella.
We are